Howdy. I wasn't supposed to make any video, but I was just checking Quakes and what to do. We have to talk about this. This is the castle. What is it? Dragon's Castle. It is mentioned in my mountain water paper. Figure 5 shows the connection between mysticism and nature. The river flows into the direction the dragon once came from. Dozens of places amongst the rivers of Europe which have mystic names. Often are also dragons mentioned with their different names. Lions, eagles, bears, unicorns, or griffins. And here is the castle I just talked about. And if we zoom out here, we will find the river Rhine next to it. If we follow the river Rhine upstream, now maybe I should show you this too, because we have to switch to terrain in order to make it easier visible here. For example, Siebengebirge, lava domes intrusions, probably extinct. In the last somewhat 2 years, there has been several volcanic eruptions from volcanoes which were classified as probably extinct. Turned out they weren't. So here we have the Lacher See. Plenary eruptions, interaction between hot magma and water. Hydrothermal explosions. Last eruptions, somewhat 11,000 years ago. Let's make it somewhat 12. The Eiffel volcano complex is also mentioned in my paper. Picture comparison of an arc discharge event on the Sun on the left and a theoretical counterpart on Earth. The form and shape of the discharge would match the scars on the surface of Earth's crust. The Eiffel, which is just beside the Lacher Lake. But that's the East Eiffel, which means the Eiffel volcanic complex is rather big. And as you can see here, there has been something going on. Let's start with the smallest ones. 11 hours ago, 1.62 kilometers in depth. In other words, very shallow. 16 hours ago, Ochendung, 10 kilometers in depth. 10 user reports about the magnitude 1 earthquake. In many other countries, no one would even notice this kind of things. Like in Indonesia or something, like a magnitude 1, no one would get it. Es gab ein Vibrieren mitten im Schlafzimmer. Deckenlampe und Möbel vibrieren mit. Dauer 30 bis 60 Sekunden. 30 to 60 seconds. That's very long. A little shake for 2 seconds. Yeah, I think this is rather interesting to have a magnitude 1 earthquake and people are reporting about it. 2.8, 16 hours ago. 11 kilometers in depth, no user reports. No one used the quake. Here we have this volcanic park, where I found once this very interesting map, where we had a train coming out of a mountain and stuff. But it seemed rather to be this kind of medieval map, because there were many, many volcanoes on the map. I tried to take contact with the one who created the map or picture or whatever it is. and asked on what basis this is made. Could you tell me something like about the resources you got for creating that picture? But I've never got an answer. And once again, we have a 3.8, which is unconfirmed. Very British. Nonetheless, we have 29 user reports. Let's check them quickly out if there's anything of interest. Zitternklappen, aber kaum bemerkbar. I felt a quake while lying in my bed, and my dog was afraid of what happens and was searching for shelter by my side. It sounded like a train. We are back at the trains. Someone was scared. So many people recognize that immediately as an earthquake. "487 user reports for a 3.4, 10 kilometers in depth." Now let's go to more info, since this window here, now it disappeared. Anyway. Nearby towns, weather. Here we have magnitudes and depths. Here are the depths: 10, 4, 10, 20, 10, 0, 20. So we have 20 kilometers difference. 20 or 0. Norsar. Norsar. They never tell us the depth. So we have then maybe 16. From 2.8 to 3.4. That's a rather big difference. Now we have again this stupid window here. Yeah, we cannot click on reports. But anyway, it seems there's something going on in the Eiffel volcanic complex. And actually, here, for those who don't know, here is the Kaiserstuhl volcano, which is also mentioned in my paper. Because there's the River Rhine going here. And it ends up in the sea. The connection from the sea to the Alps through the River Rhine. And here's a deeper quake, 2.0, 16 hours ago. So these happened all at the same time, more or less. 24 kilometers in depth. Very interesting. But not so much activity in the Alps. Val Rosera. Very interesting. .3, 4 hours ago. So there has been a settlement there once. Maybe there's still something. Yet another one. So we have to assume they had water when they lived there or spent their time there. They won't carry water from the valley up there once a day. So if there are houses, they have water. Here is also somehow water not too far. Maybe that's a water stream too. It's just not marked. There might be also water pouring down here or here and here. Maybe. And on many other places, but I spotted some lake here nearby. Let's check it out quickly. There are 3 lakes. No, that's a shadow. That's a lake. Unnamed. Yeah, probably you noticed I'm not caring too much anybody listening. I'm just doing this because it has to be done. I'm not trying to entertain anyone. There seems to be a path. Which goes here. Yeah. It would be very interesting to go in the Alps once after. Yeah, check it out. That's all moving. I think this is still moving. Maybe not fast, and maybe not all the time. There's spring, there's just water pouring out of the ground. Yeah, we could go over to Google Earth and check it out if there would be pictures and stuff. But I won't. I just wanted to talk basically about the activity in the Eiffel volcanic complex, which has a straight connection to the Alps. Anyway, thanks.